Welcome to this free lecture from my Module 2 ZBrush Concept and Detailed Character Polypainting course. Hope you enjoy this little lecture, and if you're interested in doing the full polypainting course, watch the advert at the end of this free tutorial. Okay, welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to show you how to use surface noise to colour our material, our object. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it into a flat shader. And I'm going to just come into RGB. If you watched the last video, you'll know that this is actually an alpha and it's got a mask on it. So if I go into my masking, you'll see there's a mask here. I'm going to clear that, and just for now I'm going to turn off the surface noise, so we're left with this. And what I'm going to say is inside here I want this to be red, so I'm going to just select it. By the way, to select it, Control Shift click, and it will select those polygroups. Notice there's two different types of polygroups. With that isolated, I can now go into RGB, make sure RGB is on 100%, and I've selected my color that I want to color it. Go into color and fill. Now I'm going to press the Control Shift and drag. That's going to give me this piece, which I'm going to make a blue. Let's go and fill that like that. Let's press Control Shift and click, and now we've got a red and blue. Right, so what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go in and I'm going to mask out certain parts so that the noise doesn't show. But before I do that, I'm just going to apply the noise. So now I've got this noise on here. If I go into edit, you're going to see, if I frame this, that we actually have got a color mix going on here. So it's actually coloring it. So if I want to make this color black, I can come in here and select a black, and then I can make sure this strength is on 100%. If I go this way, you could actually select the other color from this side, so you can swap them around. So if I wanted to make it, say, an orangey color, I could do that. And on this side of it, if I wanted to make it black or blue or whatever I like, I can put it in there. So you have, and you've got a mix of the two, so you can mix the two if you want to as well. Let's make it this orange color. Okay, so now we've done that, click OK, and we've got it all over the model. So what we need to do now is just press Control Shift on the blue section and mask that up using the Control key. So masking this up, what you're going to have is it actually has got rid of the bump mapping type effect or the surface noise, but it has not got rid of the color. So we go into edit, and I just turn this color blend to 0. Click OK. Let's go to masking. What's happening? Yeah, you're going to notice in under the editor that to make that mask take effect, you need to do this strength by mask and turn that up. And if you click OK, then it will disappear. But we have a problem, because if we start adding the color back into this, it works. Not that way, but this way. Okay, this way it will fill it with a negative value, and it will fill the whole thing, which is not what we want. So pick your color from this side. Now if I wanted to swap out, click OK. If I didn't want a black, if I wanted to swap out the background for black and this to be in the red color, I would simply just fill the objects the other way. So let me just go into, let me just click OK, turn this off for a second, and if I wanted to swap it out, I'd press the Control Shift on here. I would fill it with a black in here, like that. Then I would click the Control Shift. I would come back into the noise editor, and I would swap it over for the red, and I would click OK. And there we go. So that's how we can add this. Now the great thing about this is that I could change this alpha scale. So I could make it really big, really small, and you're going to get those color changes go across straight away. And also remember, I've got the low res version, it's still going to keep those details. Okay, you know, I've lost a little bit there, so I'd go back into the red, I'd fill it there. Fill this with that blue. Oh, it's masked, that's why. Just need to unmask it. Fill it with that blue, Control Shift, click on here, into the black, fill it, Control Shift, click, mask this back up, turn the mask off so we can't see it, like that, and there we go. And we've got a bit of shifting from the other color onto here, so you probably would want to do your filling at the higher resolution here. Or indeed fill the whole thing up this blue and then go in. Put it to a black. Like that. But you can see the power of this. Almost gives you a kind of ambient occlusion look as well. So if I go back into surface noise again, of course I can turn that off completely. You've got that black piece in there, and I can bring this back again. And you could even do a little bit of a mix with this to bring some of that color through, and do that. So you can see how powerful this could be. But something to bear in mind, if you're going to create maps from this, you'll need to bake it down into the high-res version, because if I go and try and create a map from what I've got here, and I go new from Polypaint, what you're going to get is you're just going to get this blue come up here, which because it's looking at this, and the black areas are just black, so you're not going to get the result you want from here. So to get that result, you would have to go in to a higher subdivision level, and you'd need to bake those things in to this. All right, so hopefully that's been of use to you. You can see the power of coloring using surface noise, and this is kind of a snippet bit out of my video on polypainting, my full course, which goes into detail about loads of different aspects of polypainting and texturing inside of ZBrush. I don't talk about UV, but I talk about polypainting model. For you guys that don't want a UV, just want to paint your model, render out for display, then it's going to be perfect for you guys. Welcome to Module 2, ZBrush Concept and Detailed Character Polypainting. So during this course, the main features are painting and texturing skin with control layers, using surface noise to add colour and additional detail, masking techniques, image reference and projections, colour build-up and development, many tips and tricks along the way, including material fills and blends, and as a bonus, final render settings and compositing inside of Photoshop, plus much more. To buy this course, please visit mojomojo.newzenler.com.